It's the worst thing you can hear as a mum, because you want them to be wrong and they're not, and you can't help, you can't do anything. I'm Gail Rich, and this is what it's like having two daughters with a life-limiting illness. We were once asked, is there a sense of guilt because it's your gene that has given your children this condition, but that never entered our head. But you just have to sort of switch off and think, this is our life, this is our normal. There's no more just grab your coat and go, free spirit. Everything is timed and regimented around medicines. There's signs of CLN2 Batten Disease. You would never know your child had it till they reach about the age of 3, when they start regressing and you notice things are changing, and they might be stumbling, they might have an unprovoked seizure, they might start mumbling on the words. And at that point, where the child is, they will, even with treatment, you can never regain the skills you've lost. Nicole was diagnosed first in September 2016. We'd already had our concerns. Our paediatrician at the time just didn't sound right on the phone. He said, just come in, and straight away your heart sinks. So we went into the room. There was a paediatrician, a neurologist and a neurology nurse, and me and Matthew just looked at each other, and we just sensed they were going to tell us something awful, because why would all of them be in the meeting room? And then when they start telling you that they're speaking in medical terms which were completely over our heads, and I think at that point we just asked the question, what's the life expectancy? And they said that children with this condition are not expected to live into their teens. I mean, we screamed and cried and wailed. It's like you're looking in on yourself. It's like it's not real. Once was hard enough, but the second time it really was a physical pain. We just thought our hearts cannot possibly break anymore, but they did. Jessica was diagnosed on the 14th of December 2016, just 3 months after her big sister. And to get that twice was just, it's really hard to put into words. When Jessica began treatment in Hamburg in Germany, it'd never been done on a child that young before. So she really is a little trailblazer. She's shown no symptoms whatsoever. Jessica's skills and abilities have been saved because she was diagnosed so early, and that's because of her big sister.
Standing up by themselves today. This is just amazing. Team Strongness. Here's Jessica. High five for Team Strongness. Yo!
The pharmaceutical company, our daughters' lives are in their hands, and at any point if they change, stop, decide we're not paying for it anymore, the girls will deteriorate rapidly, they'll lose their abilities, and they will die. If you want resilience and strength personified, just look at Nicole and Jessica. They never cry, they never bother. That helps us as parents. And they've got a big brother, Louis, our gorgeous son, who is 8 years old. He's just a little sweetheart. And Louis hasn't got Batten disease, and sometimes he'll say, am I just lucky, Mummy? We do our best to make sure that we have time just for Louis. He was sort of grieving the sister that he lost, really. As much as she's still here, she can't do what she used to do. Shortly after the girl's diagnosis, we set up the Nicole and Jessica Rich Foundation. We have received so much support. It's overwhelming. When people talk about community spirit, we have felt it. It really, really gets us through. We now don't look too far into the future, because why would we almost predict the devastation and the heartache and the heartbreak that could come, and we're not prepared to waste our time we've got now grieving, because there's nothing to grieve right now. Yes, it's an awful situation, but what we are determined to do is make every single day count, and this treatment is what will give us that, so that's why we'll never stop fighting.